Welcome to Badflex Tutorials. This is tutorial number 3 in our Scratch series. If you have not seen tutorial number 1 and 2, then you need to watch them. Alright, so here is Kitty. Kitty is backed by popular demand. And Kitty is a sprite. Sure. Hello? Yes, speaking. You again? I said I don't want anything to buy. You called me yesterday, the day before, and the day before, and I said I don't want anything to buy. Why do you keep calling me? Read my lips. I do not want anything to buy. Goodbye. Getting my nerves down. Right, where was I again? Yes, I was talking about Kitty, and I said, can you imagine? They're calling me again. Hello? KFC, may I take your order? Yes, KFC, may I take your order, please? Oh yes, that's what I'm gonna do from now on. Each time they call me, I just pretend it's KFC. Right, jeez, forgot what I was doing now. Alright, we'll just have to cut that bit out. Now, where was I before I was rudely interrupted? Salespeople. Right. Yes, we were looking at Kitty, and I was saying that Kitty is a sprite. And a sprite is a two-dimensional image that is used in a computer game. Now, sprites has to follow certain rules, and these rules decide or tells the sprites how to move or behave. Now, these rules are called scripts. So, this is the scripts area. All of this area here is the scripts area. Over here, we have the block palette. You can drag the block palettes over here to snap them together into scripts. Now, up here shows you the sprite, the current sprite information. So if I move Kitty around a bit, you'll notice the numbers are changing. It shows you the X coordinates and the Y coordinate of where Kitty is on the stage. So this white area here is called the stage. Now we have the green flag, a way to start the sprites, or scripts, sorry. We have the red stop sign that stops everything. Alright, since I'm on that, let us just look at the rest. Down here, in this section here, so we have sprite 1. This is called your sprite list, or where your sprite list goes. So every sprite that you have in your game will pop up in this, or will appear in this region. If you want to edit them, you click on them, and then you can click on costume or sound or scripts to add the features to it. In this region here, we have the new sprite. This is a new sprite region, and the first one is to paint new sprite, or next one is to choose sprite from file, or get surprise sprite. You can check that out to see how that works. At the top here, we have the toolbar. Now on the toolbar, you have the duplicate. So if I click on that and I click on Kitty, I get 2 Kitty. So it's now sprite 1, sprite 2. Right? Next, we have the delete tool. So if I want to delete one of these, I click on it and it deletes it again. Next, we have the grow sprite. So if I want to make Kitty bigger or my sprite bigger, I click on it and then I click on my sprite and it will grow. Let's see how big it can grow. No, let's not do that. Right. Next, we have the shrink sprite. So I click on that. I can shrink my sprite to whatever size I need it to be. Now over here on the right, at the top here, we have the presentation mode. So this one would make the stage area a bit smaller. That one would make it a full stage, and that one would bring up the presentation mode. Right? So if I want to get out of that area, I can press the back button or press escape. We also have the stage icon here that we can use to edit the background, and this will make our game look more realistic. So let's create a game. First thing I'm gonna do is do the stage or create the background. I want to create a fish game, a shark chasing a fish, and the shark is going to try and eat the fish. Each time the shark comes in contact with the fish, they will snap at the fish, and you'll also get a point if it touches the fish. Right? Cool. So let's change the background to look like an ocean or somewhere underwater. So I'm gonna click edit and import, and I'm gonna go to say outdoors or nature. Click OK, and then scroll down and I find one that looks like underwater here. Click OK, OK again. Now that looks like under the sea. Right. So let's get include our sprites now. So I don't want to use Kitty for this one, so I'm gonna delete Kitty. So I right click on it and click delete, get rid of that one. Right, so I'm gonna click on my choose new sprite from file button, and I'm gonna select animals. Okay, and I'm gonna search for a shark. Right, I'm gonna use that one for costume 1 and copy that down, edit for costume 2, and I'm gonna change him to clear, change it to the other look that looks like he's when he has closed his mouth. 1A, shark 1A. Cool. Click OK. So that's costume 1, costume 2. Open, close, open, close, open, close. Alright, let's move him out the way. Alright, I'm gonna add another sprite, which is the fish. So I click on the new sprite button again, and then I'm gonna add a fish. Let's find a nice fish. Where can yeah, this one. I like this one. Click OK. He looks a bit scared, as if he's running from something, so I'll use him. But he's too big for the shark, so I'm gonna shrink him. I click on the shrink tool, and then I'm gonna shrink him. Let's get him to be, say, that size. Let me just see how it will look. Still a bit too big, so I'll make him a bit smaller so that he's even harder to catch. Alright, like that size. Let's see how it looks again. Can be a little bit smaller, but I'll leave it there for now. Right, let's just do it. Okay. Right, so those are my sprites. So this is sprite 1, my shark, has 2 costumes, open, close, and this is sprite 2. Right, cool. Okay, next we're gonna add our scripts. Before we create our scripts, let's look at something over here that's very important. Here we have the cursor moving around on the stage, and down here you can see the coordinates. You have the X coordinate and you have the Y coordinate, just like I showed you on the tutorial 1, the graph, where you have the X coordinate and the Y coordinate. When I go down or up, you can see where the position is. So this would be like the center, and when I go up, the numbers would increase, or down, negative numbers, depending on where I move the cursor. So this is actually the position of the cursor right now is X 126 and Y 7. So I move that down, it's 125 now and Y 51. So if I want my shark to glide to a particular position, I click on glide and I move it to the screen. I double click it, so that's where my shark moved, because that was the coordinate that was there. Let's get it to move to the center of the screen. So I click change the X to 0 and the Y to 0 as well. And then I double click it. Yep, it moves towards the center of the screen. Let's add something else. Let's add the go flag or the green flag, so that when I click this button, it should glide towards the center. Good. Now let's change that now so it follows the mouse. I want it to follow the mouse, so I go to sensing, so it would sense where the mouse is and follow it basically. So here I'm going to choose mouse X and I'm going to put it here, and then mouse Y and put it there. So wherever the mouse is, it should follow. Followed it there. It's not coming here. Right, what do I need to do? I need to think. Right. Control. I'm I'm gonna add the forever, so that whatever I do with the mouse, it will always follow. Wherever I go with the mouse, it will always follow it. So I put that on the inside, and then let's see if it works. Go. Yep. It's taking too long to respond, so I can change the second from 1 second here, and let's put it at 0.2 of a second, and then let's click the go flag. Yeah, that's too fast though. Let's make it a bit slow. Let's put it at 0.5 seconds. 0.5 to glide to the position of the mouse wherever it is, and run it. Alright, that seems a bit more realistic. Alright, stop. Okay, so that's our shark following our gliding along with the mouse. Let's now program the sprite 2. Right, so remember that each sprite has its own scripts, and for this sprite one, or the shark, you could change it here to say shark, S-H-A-R-K, change it to shark, and you notice it has changed here as well, and let's call sprite 2 fish, F-I-S-H, Fosh, I-S-H, fish. Right, so when I click on shark, you'll notice that the scripts are here. When I click on fish, you notice that the script area is free, nothing is there. So I'm gonna drag the blocks over. So I click on when green flag clicked, I want it to say go to the center of the screen. That's where I want it to start at all times when we click the green flag. So I click go, where is it? Which one should I? Yeah, go to X and Y. So X, let's put that to 0, and let's put Y to 0 as well. So wherever the fish is, when I click go, you will go towards the center. Yes, quickly jump to the center. So let's move him over here again. Click, goes to the center. Right, cool. Now, next thing I want him to do, when he goes to the center, I want him to turn 15 degrees. Then I want him to move, say, 10 steps. That will be too fast. So let's do 2 steps. And then I want, if it touches the edge, I want it to bounce. So if it touches the edge, I want it to bounce. When it bounces, it goes in an unknown direction. Alright. Now I want it to do that forever. So I'm going to put the forever in. So click on forever. Put it there. And then I'm going to put, say, the 15, turn 15 degrees in there. And what I want it to do is to repeat all of these steps. Where's repeat? Repeat. So I want it to repeat all of these steps. Let's say 50 times, put 100. Repeat it 100 times, and this is the block I want to repeat. All of this bit here. So if I repeat that bit, and then I'm gonna put it there. Now, what will happen is, when it reaches to this point, it will move 2 steps continuously, and it will repeat it, and if it touches the edge, it will bounce in another direction. This will continue up to 100 times before it goes back to the forever and turn 15 degrees again. So let's see how that works. So if I click on the go, alright, he's moving, touches the edge, he's bouncing, yep, bouncing, bounce, yep, bouncing, and so on. So I'll click stop. Right, so let us just try that again. So I click on the go flag and the fish is moving, so I'm gonna try to see if I can catch the fish. Yep, it's easy to catch, so I need to improve on that so that he basically change directions more regularly so that we can't predict exactly what he's going. Because when he's going along the straight line here, I know that when he bounces here, that's where he's gonna continue along the path until he bounces. So let's see how we can improve on that. Right, now we're gonna use what is called operators, and I'm gonna select pick random, and I'm gonna drop it there, and I'm gonna have it from 1 to say 360 degrees, 359 degrees, 359 degrees, and let's just try that to see what will happen. still a bit easy to catch. So how could we improve that now? We could change the amount of steps that the fish is taking. So at present the fish is taking 2 steps, and that's really slow. So if we increase that to say 50, yep, and let's try that. Whoa, whoa! He's moving too fast, so we have to slow that down. We'll never catch that. That's super fish, Superman's cousin. Change that to say 20. Hope that's reasonable. A bit better. Still a bit too fast, so I'll slow it down to say 15. That must be reasonable right now. So yep, seems fine. Right, stop. Right, well done, good. If you have done that so far, good job. Now we need to improve it a bit further by adding some interaction. What I want to do is when the shark touch the fish, it will basically add points, because games are no fun without points, is it? No. So let's add some points. I'm going to add the points to the stage. So click on stage and then select variable. So we're going to create a variable called score to keep track of how many points or how many times the shark catches or touches the fish. So call that score and then click OK. Now these are the blocks that represents the score variable, and I'll show you how to use that one. So if we click on control and select when green flagged or go flagged is clicked, variable, I want it to set to 0. So at the start of the game you normally press the green flag. When you press the green flag, I want it to reset or go to 0, so that you can actually get a fresh start rather than continuing from where you left off if you've lost, or how many, if you're continuing the game to another stage. Right, so next I want to program the shark that if it is touching the fish, he will actually change to costume to like grab the fish and then also add a point. So let's do that now. So go back to control and I'm going to put the if in. So if the shark sensing is touching the fish, he should change, go to looks, change to the new costume, and also let's take the costume out first. Let's see what happens if we put variable and put change score by 1. No, not there. Get off. Go back. You. Yep. There you go. That's where I want it. Let's see what happens if we do that. Right. Right. Our fish is definitely moving too fast. So let me just slow him down a bit to make him easy to catch for the purpose of this tutorial. So 1, put him at 1, make him move really slow. Green flag go. Yep, so you see, notice my counting is going up. That's how many times I touch him. So if I go at him again, yep, 11, 14, so he's always, yep, alright, so it's working. Right, so let's put him back to say 15 now. 15. See how easy that was in touching him or catching him. So let's run it again and see what happens. 1, 2, notice it's a bit harder to catch now. 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so it's a bit more challenging now, or we could even increase the number for it to be even more difficult. Right, so let us go back to the shark, and we are now going to add the section where if he catches the fish or touches the fish, he snaps his mouth as in the attempt to say grab him then. Right, so let's go to looks, and we're gonna switch to shark 1B. As if we go to costume, shark 1B, that's the we want to change, yeah, shark 1B1. That's the costume that we want him to change to. So shark 1B1. right? And let's wait 1 second. Wait 1 second, and then switch back to the other costume. You see that works? Yep. Let's try that now. See that? It's a bit difficult to catch. Yep. Yep. Interesting. Wow. Wow. Alright, let's stop that. Right, so if we stop there, and in cost, let's see how many times I catch him. Catch him 5 times, and what we have done is basically each time he catches the fish, or yeah, he snaps. So let's do it one more time. Notice our count returns to 0, or score returns to 0. So let me see how many times I can catch him. Whoa. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Alright, have a go at that one. And when we come back, we'll develop this further by adding other features to it. Even probably turn it into a 2-player. Oh, I almost forgot. Somebody asked how to add sound. Right. Let's add a sound to the shark, so that when he catches the fish, he basically makes a sound. And yeah, that would make it a bit more interesting. So let's look at sound, and we're gonna add it to the scripts for the fish, for the shark, sorry. So let's select play sound until done. Let's add that to above the wait for 1 second. And if I click the down arrow and select record, if you have a mic on your computer, you can actually record a particular sound. What should I say? When he catches the fish. I remember this cartoon with the shark normally says "gotcha" or something like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. Right, let's do 1, 2, 3. Gotcha! Stop. Alright, let's see if it works. Gotcha! Sounds fine. Gotcha! Alright, good. Alright, so that's my sound. And I come back here and I click play sound recording 1. Let's give it a name first. Let me change it to gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha. G-O-T-C-H-A. Gotcha. Yeah, something like that. Gotcha. Alright, go back to script and change play sound to gotcha until done. Hope it works. Let's see. Play. Interesting, can't catch it. Gotcha! Yes! It's working. Wow, hard to catch. I can't catch it. Gotcha! Alright, cool. Alright, let's add one to the fish. So the fish can make a taunting sound. So let's click on the sprite fish and let him forever. Where would I put it now? Let him. Where would I put the sound for the fish? Play sound. Right, let's leave that one out, and you try to figure out that one for yourself. Because if I do everything, then there wouldn't be any time for you to learn independently. So add that one to it, and if you have done it, then email me. I want the fish to basically make a sound, something like na 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 na, can't catch me, something like that. And that would play continuously. That would make the game very annoying and want you to actually catch the fish so that the noise stops. So that would make it a bit more interesting. Or have a go at that one, and if you do it, then email it to me or send me an email to let me know how you've done it with a print screen probably of your codes, so I can have a look at it. Right, see you next time. Bad flex, and I'm out. Chill.